joined me in a MK8.5 Golf R Black Edition, and this car kindly lent to me by the owner. You might have seen it on the channel previously before. What I'll do is I'll share a walk around and a bit like that, yeah, for you guys, because it's nice and sunny. And this car has a slight tune, so it's got a little bit more power, so you're sort of saying 360. That's where we're kind of at. And a different exhaust, EMP exhaust, which looks absolutely stunning. In fact, I'll show the photo that you showed me of it. The intricacy is amazing. So we're just going to go for a little drive, yeah, and basically keep it kind of casual. But I'm curious to know how you've actually found, found the Black Edition as well, as we kind of get on our way. I'm guessing we're already in Burgering mode and stuff, aren't we?
Exactly.
That's the way. We've got to navigate out of a car park. We're at an event, it's called Overfueled. I'd recommend it if you're in the Hertfordshire area. Yeah, it's a good place to go. Good little car meet. And yeah, it's always great to be back in these Mark 8.5, the facelifts. I'm like literally smiling ear to ear. Right, let's go. It sounds so nice.
A lot better, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. I love these cars. Right, this is more first reactions with this. Again, apologies if the camera's shaking, but such a smooth power delivery. So how have you found the car in your ownership so far?
Do you know what? It's probably the best car I had so far.
Yeah.
It does everything I need. Literally, you can go to work, you can have fun with it, take it on a B road. It does everything.
Yeah, and this car has DCC as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's got. So we're in a bit more of a comfortable setting. You've obviously changed the exhaust a little bit, which is. I mean, I showed it on the start up of the video. Wow, that's good noise.
The options that we've got on this is DCC, sunroof, the heads-up display, and the air review camera.
Yes, so it's pretty fully spec'd, really.
Pretty much what you need, in fairness.
And you've got the standard seats in the interior, which I really like. I just find them so comfortable. They're quite airy.
Exactly.
When I've spent time with it. You know, the exhaust does give it that bit more emotion.
Because it needs it.
Yeah.
It really does need it.
It's a very emotive kind of car.
And by the way, this is a lot cheaper than a Krapovich, for the records.
Okay.
This is, I've paid for all of the fittings.
Yeah.
If you want me to tell you the price.
Yeah, go for it. Whatever you're comfortable with.
So it was £2,000.
Okay.
For the whole fitting, installation, and also you choose the tips that you want. So you could have black tips. Unfortunately, they didn't have matte black tips. Yeah. Well, they only had gloss. So.
I just love how the split personality of it as well. I mean, because you've got valves as well on the exhaust. Exactly. I was, when you were messaging me and you were like, "Oh, Sam, it's really loud, really loud."
Yeah.
It's got a lovely tone to it, like a real like plush, deep sound. So, and you said it's from EMP.
EMP, exactly.
EMP. So I know you guys were messaging me in the previous video about like what's been done with this car. So it's got a plug and play in the ECU. Exactly. And then the EMP exhaust, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I mean,
it's a stock Black Edition.
Exactly. You can turn it off, you make it stock, or if you wanted to have an extra 30-40 horsepower, then you can turn it on yourself. Well, obviously you have to, you know, be stationary to do it, because you can't operate it using your phone. Yeah. So yeah.
And the stance of these, they look amazing. With the white and the black and the gloss black.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I went with the black tips.
Yes. Yeah. So you've retained. So the Black Edition would have the black tips.
Yes.
This has got it, but it's a bit more. Yeah, I think you've done a brilliant job. I looking underneath it in person, and we were chatting with Tom, Parts Cars Bar,
exactly.
and it looks like a really, really well done system. Like the whole welding, every part about it. I'll do my best to do a walk around. Maybe when we park up, I'll do a quick walk around. But I love being back in here. Like this is I know these roads, they're quite bumpy, and it's just nice and smooth. And we're in sort of Nürburgring.
No, we're still in Nürburgring, yeah. And if you want to put it back to comfort,
it's then got the throttle response will go lighter, it won't be as jerky, the steering becomes lighter.
Or if I prefer it, I prefer to have it in individual.
Yeah.
Because not only could you have it into, you know, into a sports settings, but you can have everything in comfort. So it's actually more comfortable, as I said previously, than the number
you were saying, yeah. Because the amount of adjustability in the DCC is incredible, really.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a brilliant car. And you mentioned you're going to Germany. Is it next week?
It's next week, yeah.
Oh, that should be amazing. So you're thinking Autobahn?
Autobahn. I mean, I definitely know that this is more than 167 from the top speed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say about 175. You can easily do it 175.
I wouldn't disagree. So yeah, for reference, so the performance pack comes with the extra speed, doesn't it? So originally they're 155, and then they say 167.
Yeah, exactly.
But really,
this car has, even with stock power, has enough punch to give you that 167 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
they feel like they really do pull.
Really does, yeah.
And you mentioned like economy. You were sort of saying about 300, 350 miles.
So if you want to become like MPG stats, should I say, I get about in town about 25, 27, which is not bad. On the motorway I get about 38, 39.
Mm-hmm.
So in city I get to a full tank about 300, 320 miles. When I'm driving on motorways, about 400, 450.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's what I mean, that it can do anything.
Yeah.
It literally, you can go as fast as you can with this. You can go as economical with this. Everything.
It's like the ultimate car, isn't it?
It is the ultimate hatch.
It's and I mean I've experienced it in its sort of like drive itself mode as well. You know, the self steer. You can just sit back and relax.
I've never tested that out.
Really?
No, I haven't.
It's we won't do it here, but it's like I've just knocked it back into special mode. I had it when I had a GTI Club Sport, and I wasn't feeling too well, and I was driving back from a place, and it just took the strain off the drive. Yeah. It made it really good. And
I'm sorry, those revs.
It's a good sounding thing. Now the thing that I do know, and I don't know if you've noticed this, the turning circle's not so great in these.
No, that's another point. So when you're in London and you need to park with this car, it is a dinosaur. Yeah, it is worse than actually the van that we've got, which is a Ford Transit. And believe me, it turns like a brick at slow speeds. Yeah, which is, you know, for London is not that good.
Yeah, I have noticed this too. I have very much so noticed this. So like we've got a roundabout here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got a little bit of traffic, but there's only so much we can do. Sort of bass verbal. Yeah. And that's with the estates and the hatches. Oh, nice. But it's so plush on the gear changes. Like you feel it with the paddles. And you've really opened up the emotiveness with the exhaust. Very difficult to pick up on camera for you guys, but we're loving it. Absolutely. We're happy. It's brilliant. Any issues with the infotainment or the dash, or how have you found it?
I'll be honest here, the infotainment hasn't been as good as I thought it could be. Okay. Mainly because it just sometimes glitches. Okay. When it's really hot, especially like today and tomorrow, it will freeze, and you will have music playing by your, should I say, your tablet or infotainment area.
Computer screen.
Computer screen, should I say. Just freezes. It doesn't change anything. You could be, you know, pressing all the buttons, anything. It doesn't change. That's a real shame, because a few people have messaged me recently and sort of said, oh Sam, I hope they've sorted out the problems from the Mark8, but do you think it's still got a little bit more teething issues, perhaps? Yeah, it definitely has. Okay, well, I can only hope that they will do patches. It's a lot better than in the Mark8. You had a Mark8? I had a Mark8, yes. And that was actually really bad. And I'm honestly saying it was terrible. Would you honestly say don't get a Mark8 because of it? I mean, if you're getting an R or a GTI Club Sport, I wouldn't focus on the media part or like the infotainment. I'll be honest, I'll just be looking at the, you know, the enjoyment of the car itself. Yeah. rather than the infotainment, because I know this is the big letdown. But apart from that, everything here is just perfect.
Yeah.
Everything here is really perfect.
And you can.
And in fairness, I actually use IDA to do a lot of my things
really?
Yeah, because when your screen is not working, you actually just use IDA. And it actually does. For example, if you say, IDA, I need to demist the windscreen, for example, it will do it for it. Or if you say, IDA, I'm cold, don't say that.
Yeah, we won't say it.
Exactly, it will actually make the car, well, cooler. So
that's good to know from an owner, because I haven't touched the IDA stuff, the ChatGPT.
Do you know what, you say that, you know, we don't like talking to like AI or, you know, the car itself, but it actually helps you in a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm going to work, etc., and you need to make a phone call, Siri or IDA, whoever I use, basically, actually don't.
Yeah, it's coming up for us.
It already turns up, and they know who to call when you say it. So that's, you know, that's a positive, and that's what I love as well. Instead of touching all the buttons here, I've got everything, you know.
Go past the bump, you know.
Of course.
It's really smooth. That four-wheel drive in the R, if people aren't aware, so stock, these cars are 333 horsepower. Yeah. This one has a little bit more, potentially 360.
Exactly.
Four motion, trick, rear, back end, to do all sorts of things. But just getting in it, it fits like a glove.
No, exactly.
And you don't feel like you're jerking around. And actually, funny enough, when I've driven the RS3 in its firmest, sportiest mode, it is very, very pointy.
Yeah.
Whereas this feels a lot more livable. And it does not take long to get up to speed.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I don't know what you're thinking. I wouldn't want any more power than what you've got. I think it feels brilliant.
360 horsepower is pretty much enough for this.
And that's like a stage one.
And do you know what? It sounds also amazing.
I don't know why it's saying the brake thing. I'm on the brake.
No. I get this every single time.
Oh, so that was the brake assist coming up.
Yep.
It's pretty good on the in the corners, the way it pulls itself round.
Exactly.
I love it. And you lift off and you get the burbles.
Yes, exactly. Or when you change down.
Yeah. And that exhaust system looks like a piece of art. And it sounds good.
Well, all I have to say is thanks to EMP if they're watching.
Yeah.
Because I have to say they did a fantastic job.
I'll leave their details. If you I mean, it's gonna, again, it's so hard from camera to show what an exhaust sounds like.
And also one thing, I did turn off the fake exhaust sound.
Okay.
So this is all real.
All real stuff.
Yes.
You've got a brilliant trip coming up in Germany. Mega. What a car. I can always recommend these R's, the black edition, stock, tuned, whatever. I just think they're absolutely sensational. They're brilliant cars. They can do absolutely everything. You can even get them in estate form if you want to.
Exactly.
It's got it all. Yeah, anything to sort of add to the... What would you say that people might not think of, maybe?
Do you mean...
Just in terms of like your ownership, maybe some people, maybe a misconception about the car. Well, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Do you know what? Nothing really comes up. I mean, for me, I just wanted to experience, you know, the R itself. I know this is not answering the question at all.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would say that this car isn't as quick as an RS3 or even like the Golf 8, etc. But I'll be honest, you don't need any more horsepower. It's as fast as you want it to be honest. So, any misconceptions? Not really, you know.
Well,
only thing
I think that's probably a good sign that you don't have any sort of real bad.
I mean, the only thing where if you do buy it, the exhaust is very muted.
Muted from stock.
It is very, very muted. Even though it doesn't have a resonator, it's still muted.
Okay.
So
you would say check out EMP.
Yeah. So don't bother with the Akrapovic. I really don't bother because it's £3,500.
Oh.
When I was speccing this car, it was 3,000.
Yeah.
So it's gone on by £500. and it's only a black box.
It's not the full system.
It's not the full system. The full system, what I know, is about 4,500, whereas this is 2.
So it's almost, what, 60% less? 60%?
And it sounds better, I'll be honest.
I mean, it sounds very, very good. I can certainly recommend the exhaust.
Exactly.
And even just this little drive, we'll switch her off just because I won't waste your fuel.
Nice.
Yeah, just trying to think of anything else to kind of add. Black editions are just that and I don't know how you're thinking as well. I almost think it's almost pointless getting a normal Mark 8.5R.
No, exactly.
You want the performance pack. That's what they've kind of designed it with, which you get a standard with the black edition.
Exactly.
You get kind of like the extra looks, and it's good to hear that you can do something with the exhausts as well.
Exactly.
To kind of make it that
one thing that you do need to know, well, whoever is going to change your exhaust, the ECU is still locked.
Yep.
So you won't be able to, I should say, open the valves. Well, no, sorry, they're always going to be opened, but they won't be able to be closed.
Okay.
So if you've got very sensitive neighbours, unfortunately they're going to be hearing your exhaust every single time. Whereas if you just wait, I'll probably say about a month or 2 from now, the ECU is going to be unlocked. So yeah,
you might be able to.
Might be able to do something, which I'm definitely going to have to do because I've got very sensitive neighbours, and every time they see me, they just think, "Oh no, not him starting up the car." But
there can be certain tweaks and stuff, I guess. I'm loving the extra light with the pan roof. We've got a gorgeous day. Would that be a must-have for you, or would you sort of?
Yes.
How do you feel?
Like the options that I've chosen here is literally the options that I would ever choose on a car. Like I wouldn't change anything apart from having sunroof, a head-up display. Only reason why I got a head-up display, longer journeys.
Yep.
You have to customize the infotainment, the speedometer, because it only tells you in gear your gears, and that's it. You have to look in a very small corner to see miles per hour. Whereas if you've got the head-up display, it just shows you the miles an hour. I mean, the one thing that does annoy me is if they chose a rev counter to have at the top, like the Audis.
Yes.
I mean, that's the only downside to it. You're paying pretty much similar money for a heads-up display, whereas it doesn't have one. It's a shame, but what can you do? Yeah,
and I actually really like the minimalist nature, because you can turn off this screen and you can have just the one dial and the kilowatts and your head-up display.
No, exactly.
So you don't have to make it too overwhelming, which I think is good. I'm actually blown away because this car is really comfortable.
It really
I
is.
certainly wouldn't be I mean, obviously it's all personal preference. Like if you lower it and change it, I would just be like, it's a fantastic dialed in car, and with the traction that you get as well. I mean, I've spoken about it a lot on the channel, but it's great to spend time with an owner who's actually sort of lived with it, and I know your family use the car as well.
Shout out to my mum. She absolutely hates it, but then when she gets into it, she actually loves driving it.
We can suit different. I mean, eco or comfort.
Yeah, I mean, my mum doesn't know anything. so it's fortunate. Like I tell her just to change it here, go to the settings, for example, and change it to race. Or actually no, individual. Yeah. But she doesn't know that an individual is more racy. And then every time she tells me that she goes to work, everybody gives her the thumbs up, or do a pull, for example. And my mum doesn't understand what it means. That's the nature of this car. It attracts a lot of people, especially my age, or people with similar cars here, that they want to hear it, want to do pulls in it. It's not really incognito.
Yes, that's very true. I think if you want the incognito, get a black one.
Yeah, just a black one.
I may actually have a Grenadilla black edition on the channel coming soon, hopefully, fingers crossed, just to show you guys that. Yeah, I think they're great. I love the wheel. There's really, if people are watching this, I can say I would recommend the car, and I'm guessing the answer from you is
exactly
is very similar.
Exactly.
And how many miles has this car done so far?
Just over 3,000.
3,000. So it's properly starting to get bed in now.
Exactly.
I love like the touches on the doors. I think they've upped the car really nicely.
Actually, from the 8R to the 8.5, yeah, they have. Even this material here is different. I know it's still plastic, but it's got a texture, it's got a feel.
Yeah.
The Alcantara as well. Even the door liners here, it's a lot different, but at least they're stepping up the game a little bit.
I'll show it on the move with like, you've got all the extra bits there, the extra touches shown there. It is one of those cars which just ticks all boxes, and like we were talking about the estate, trying to convince Tom from Hard Cars Bar, maybe an estate would be quite good, but these are just mega, absolutely mega cars. And the tinted rear glass as well is helpful. I mean, we've got a proper sunny day, keeps the car cool. I spoke with the German subscriber who had the white one, and he was mentioning how the car genuinely stays cooler because it's white. This is in pure white.
Do you know what a lovely person?
He was amazing. Check out that video above.
Bringing that car from Germany to here, do you know what, that's
absolute legend, that guy.
Exactly.
Shall we if I step out and go for a little bit of a walk around, we'll pop the bonnet just to show the what is it? So it's basically a plug and play.
Yeah, it's a racing line box. That you put into your, you just put it next to the ECU.
Yep.
You put it into some clips. You put in the oil pressure, engine pressure gauge as well. Yep. If I'm not mistaken. And there's one more, but I don't know the last one, but we can show it.
We can go through it. So you'll join us outside. Checking out the car. So let's pop the bonnet of the 8R. Oh yeah, this owner's also got side seals fitted as well. Would you be happy to leave in the description where you've got all these bits? Yeah. So this looks super cool. I think missing in ours, that's not as standard. This is just an absolute stunning car. But we've got a Lamborghini heading off there. Go for it, and we can just give an idea. So 2-litre EA AAA engine, 333 horsepower, but then you've got, I'm guessing it's that.
That's the box.
So there you go. That's the box. To racing line. And that basically, and they're working on other bits.
That's not racing line. Okay. That's race chip.
Race chip.
But I've been contacting Racing Line.
Yep.
And they're doing some tuning.
Yep.
And it'll be ready maybe in the month after, so August, September.
So August, September for the Racing Line bits. Yep. And the car looks absolutely mega. I don't know how well it's going to come up on camera with the Lamborghini's heading off. We're going to hear that.
It's got the gas strut as well.
Oh yeah. So you fitted a new gas strut. That doesn't come as standard with the R's. You have to fit that. You said it was nice and easy. They got the same brackets.
It's literally, you pull this clip out.
Yeah.
And then you just put it.
It's literally as simple as that.
And all of the Golf R's come with that. And then you just need to buy this bit, and it's about £40.
Job done.
Job done, exactly.
Nice and easy. So we're back again. We've just moved a different position. So you've done the spaces on the side as well, which has slightly changed. As you can kind of see just thrown from there. The car is just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. A little bit of a change with the wing, but the exhaust, if I can get you leaving as well. That's the exhaust and the X-pipe. I don't know if it's going to do it justice how it looks, but the welding and everything in it is a mega exhaust system, and 100% I can recommend it. Like it's the exhaust to go for. Super cool car. This is on the 19-inch Estoril wheels. Just an insane car. Pan roof. It's got absolutely everything going for it, and it's a car I can always recommend. The Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition with an EMP exhaust, with the race chip tune, and just stock suspension with a DCC. And you've got the black badge. That's a little Racing Line badge because you're going to do some Racing Line bits. It's mega. And just as a little bit more of a walk around, you've got inside, you've got the 8.5 infotainment, blue seats, panoramic roof, which just looks insane. And if I open that up just because it looks even cooler, that is one insane car. We're at Overfuel today. It's been a wonderful meet actually, really enjoyed it. yeah, if you're from the Hertfordshire area, certainly come down. There's an FL5 looking mega. Yeah, super cool car. I really loved them. This owner's had a great sort of ownership experience with it, and yeah, with the subtle changes which has worked for him and his family as well, and plenty more to come. And I'm sure we're going to meet up again in the future to kind of share bits. I mean, check out that stance. The brakes are mega as well on this. Yeah, just insane. But that exhaust, yeah, pretty epic and stunning. And I think you've got some pictures of it. I think I think I know what the thumbnail is going to be.
I mean, you can also ask what's the word, EMP, if they can send you over the pictures.
Oh yeah.
Of how they actually made it, because they've got in their iCloud system or whatever.
They might have the actual process. Okay, so I might be able to show more of that going forward, but certainly improves the car. And yeah, big fan. And thank you, as I get a spider out of my face. Big thank you to the owner for sharing me the car. We'll certainly meet up again and share more of it. But yeah, Golf 8.5 Black Edition, little drive, little bit of fun. It's the car to go for. Just, yeah, buy one. I've actually got some comparisons coming up as well. I've got an Audi RS3 for a week, and it's going to be good to sort of really compare that on the road to a Golf R, potentially with a BMW M2 as well. So yeah, plenty of exciting stuff to come on the channel. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this this little catch up, little bit of an ownership review, and of this amazing Mark 8.5 Golf R Black Edition. This car's insane. Just love the Black Edition with the exhaust. Let's get the car just. They've got that stance. They just look absolutely insane. One hell of a car. Just mega.